Alright, boys. So if y'all don't know, get on the highway real quick. Anyway, so any of y'all don't know me, I'm Stack 612. You know, I show y'all my life and you know how I live and everything and progress and all that. If y'all remember, if y'all were following me last year, you know I had this silver 2000 Honda Civic LX. Y'all know what I'm talking about, guys. The worst modification to ever do to your car. Look at this. I just picked up this whip about a week ago, and of course it came with the good old Civic hubcap delete. Y'all who live up north, y'all know y'all know what this is right here. Yep. Y'all who live up north know what I'm feeling right now. And I called it the Canadian Civic, and that's because the car was built in Canada. It was built in Ontario. Now there was one thing about that car that one story about that car that I never told y'all about. If y'all don't know, this car had, when I bought it, it had, the odometer said it had 159,000 miles on it. I mentioned this multiple times during the time I had the car, but the previous owner, I was saying the previous owner was an asshole and he took out the check engine light. Now, I'm not sure whether or not it was him. From the information that I uncovered a few months into owning the car, I'm pretty sure it was not him who unplugged the check engine light. It was pretty obvious when I was looking at the car that the gauge cluster had been removed multiple times. So I don't know if this could have been done by multiple owners or just one owner. Anyway, after I knew that the gauge cluster was removed, I became very suspicious about the mileage, whether it was accurate or not. It wasn't until months later, I think it was in December, when I actually ran the VIN report. I looked up the VIN in a database and I wasn't surprised to find out that there were something like 5 or 6 owners, including me. I don't really care about the number of owners of a vehicle. You know, as long as I look at a car and it's in good shape, it's whatever. I was also not surprised to find out that the odometer was rolled back. It was in fact rolled back. However, I was surprised the amount of miles that it was rolled back. The odometer on the Canadian Civic was rolled back well over 100,000 miles. If y'all do not remember how the engine bay looked like on that car, it did not look like a 159,000 mile engine bay. That was one of the reasons I was very suspicious also. It was very dirty. The amount of rust that was on there, just, I mean, it is a Civic. Those Civics, they do run forever. You guys, this car had 300,000 miles. Okay, that's probably what it currently has right now. The odometer was rolled back around 2012. That was when the discrepancy showed up on the VIN report. And I wasn't surprised that the odometer was rolled back. I was just surprised on the amount it was rolled back. So sometime in 2012, the report showed it that the car had 252,000 miles, and this was in 2012. Immediately after, sometime in late 2012 or 2013, it was reported to have something around like 140-something thousand miles. So this was over 100,000 miles rolled back. The car continued like that. As far as to my knowledge, according to the VIN reports, the odometer was not touched again. So I calculated the difference from 2013 until now, and then I added that to the 252,000 miles that was originally on that car in 2012 before it was rolled back, and I calculated that the car should have around 300,000 miles, which is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I have never rolled back an odometer. To be honest, I've thought about it back in my early days of car flipping. You know, I always want to maximize my profits, and I have considered rolling back odometers, but I never have. You know, I've never touched an odometer. It's just one of those things where it's one thing to maximize your profits. It's one thing to, you know, float the title, sell cars without signing the title, and, you know, things like that. However, things such as rolling back odometers, removing check engine lights, things like that, those are the kind of things where you're crossing the line. It's just not ethical, and I don't advise anyone to do it. You guys can do whatever you want to do. I really don't care. You know, it's your car, your life, your business. However, unethical practices such as removing check engine lights, rolling back odometers, you know, taking advantage of people in that kind of way, I just don't approve of. I hope y'all are honest and ethical in your business ventures. But anyway, as always, I'm grinding. I hope y'all are doing the same. You all stay strong, stay healthy, and stay inspired. I'm out. Peace! Alright, what's up, boys? So as you can see, the headlights are off the CTS. I gotta part this thing out. You see, I started digging into the engine. The crankshaft has this play in it, you know? It's freaking wiggling around, man. When I turned it, it was like clunking. When I was turning it over, I was like, damn, it's over, man. So I gotta part this thing out. Nah, I'm just playing with y'all. I got these headlights off. I've already been thinking about upgrades. Like right when I bought this car, I began thinking about upgrades and how I'm gonna get it to how I want it. One thing is, I'm gonna be selling these headlights. I got a guy coming by today to come pick them up. I'm going to sell them for $150, $75 each, because that's pretty much what they're worth, you know, in reality. Because when you go on eBay and you go like in other places online, they have like each one of these headlights selling for like $250, and trust me, no one's buying each headlight for $250, because you can get aftermarket ones for like, you know, like $150 for both of them. Anyway. So I'm selling both of these for $150. I saw them on eBay, these aftermarket ones. I saw them aftermarket headlights for $260, like $250. I'm pretty sure they're gonna look a lot better on this car. The second thing I'm going to address is the grille. I want to replace the grille with the sport grille. I mean, I'm not sure if it's called the sport grille, but the grille that I'm looking for, I'm gonna post a picture of it. They look way better than these ones, the ancient ones right here. This bumper cover was a pain to get off. But hopefully it's worth it, because I'm going to sell these for $150, and if I can buy the pair for $260, then it's only going to cost me $110 to put new headlights on here, aftermarket headlights that I actually like. So yeah, these grills are literally worth nothing. Like these grills are worth like $20. So, and the sport grill, the grill that I want to get for this thing, they're like $70 on eBay. The cheapest one I could find was $70. But it should be worth it for the way it looks, you know, after. Alright, boys, I'm about to go edit this YouTube video. You know, these Craigslist guys, I made a video about this before, man. I made multiple videos about this before. But these Craigslist guys, they need to be stopped, man. So anyway, this guy, he looked Hispanic, like South American or something. He didn't he didn't speak English very well. I've been communicating with him back and forth for the last 24 hours. He definitely can't read English very well either. And that's all right, you know. I don't expect someone who's an immigrant, you know, grinding and all that, to be fluent. I've been going back and forth with him for the last 24 hours. He shows up today, and he's like, I thought they were for Cadillac Escalade. I'm like, Escalade? What are you talking about? I'm like, it says CTS, like I put it right there in the listing, 2003 to 7 CTS. Anyway, he thought it was an Escalade. It's not an Escalade. I kind of wish it was an Escalade. But, anyway, it is what it is. Hopefully I sell those headlights, because now I just took off the front bumper cover and the headlights for no reason. So if I don't sell those, I gotta put it all back together, and that's gonna be a pain in the ass. Anyway, yeah.